Good evening, this is Papa Smurf, and this is the second video in the series, but the first video where I'm actually going to do anything. And two locks I'm going to pick on are the quick set American rim cylinder and this ABUS 83 Series 2 50mm closed shackle padlock. Just to show you the key for that one. There. It's a standard core for this, and later in this series I'll actually gut this when I'm not in the lorry. What I'm actually going to do is use some of these rakes I've got in my kit, and I'm going to rake these. Now, raking this quick set, I will always go top of the keyway with a 1.2mm pry bar. So the first one we're going to try is the city rake. Now this is designed to mimic the key. So put it in and basically gently rock, and already we're open. Just to show it wasn't a fluke, put it all the way in, gently rock, and we're open. It is a really easy lock to pick, to be fair, but that's how quick a rake can be. The ABUS, no, the 1.2mm doesn't quite fit in, so we're going with the 1mm bar. Now this one has got spools in, and you will hear fallacy of you can't rake spools. You can, but you have to set them first. Okay, let's just get that key. There's your key, there's your city rake, and you can see because you're lifting more than one pin at a time, you've got a chance, especially with things like this ABUS where there are spools in there, and okay, they don't fire as good as they could, but it's a mass-produced thing. It's not a challenge lock, where if I made them pins I would match them to the chambers, match them to the key. If ever you play with one of my challenge locks, all the keys are stock keys. I don't cut keys. I'm absolutely useless at it. So look, that's to show you how easy it is to get into this very heavy, nice looking 83 ABUS closed shackle 50mm Series 2 padlock. So that's a city rake. Well, let's move those. What about a Bogota? Now this is a kinetic attack, so you put it in, and basically, especially with this one, I put it in, work it around the warding, and then I can kind of zip it in and out, rock it a touch, because I want to try and set them spools. And we're open. The quick set, it should be interesting. Put it in, lift, it can be that easy. You see a lot of people when they're using the Bogota especially, and the worm, they put them in and they just work it backwards and forwards really quick. When I use Bogotas a lot, then I'll use bottom of the keyway, especially on this one. You see them run it in, and that's all they're doing, running it in. That is locked. I can't open that like that. But if you were to put it in, manipulate it, change your angle, not just stick it in and wiggle it. So it's a Bogota and the city rake done. Sparrows also do these. You've got a 2-peak Bogota and the worm. Now the worm is my favourite. Make sure you're in frame, because it's a lot gentler, so you don't have to run as hard at it. The 2-peak, you can see that's locked back up. That's just embarrassing. And you can see I didn't go in and just ram it in and out as quick as possible. And I know it works. I've seen Bosnian Bill do it. I've seen Lockney do something similar. This is a picology rake. They call it a wave. I call it a worm. Where have I just dumped that? That's in my hand. Knobhead. So, yeah, we put it in gently, backwards and forwards. I'm into a false set. So now I'm trying to just set those spools. So you'll see me alter the angle. This is a 1-pick, and the only thing I've got against this is it's very, very thin. I don't want to break this because I haven't got another one. Things like the city rake, the Bogota, 2-peak, 3-peak. I've got duplicates of those. This is where I really wish I hadn't picked this one up. Show you, this is the worm, the proper worm. Again, you could hear those pins clicking into place. You can put it in, lift, pull, lift, pull, lift, pull, and use it not as violently as a city rake, but and then it's just a case of altering your attack. And this is something that Christine Palmer does talk about on her elvencraft.com website, which I strongly suggest you have a quick read of. And she says about picking, as in straight in, straight out, a kinetic attack, and then you've got the oscillating attack, you've got a rocking attack, and there's all sorts. And hopefully in the next few videos we can cover some of them. These primarily are the 2 locks I'm going to use, and by the end of this I will strip these to show you that there is no funny business with this. I don't see the point in trying to make me look good in opening that in a second or two, because you know, if you want short videos, look at something like Lockpicking Lawyer's latest few videos. These are designed to help beginners and people who are good pickers and lousy rakers, and there's a fair number of them. So hopefully you enjoyed that. What's this, nearly 10 minutes again, so hopefully that's starting to help, and you can practice this on some of the locks you've got. If you've got not a flat bitted but a flattish bitted key for a lock, then have a go. Use a city rake, use a Bogota. If you're doing bottom of the keyway, keep the pressure light. If you're doing top of the keyway, keep the pressure enough that you're keeping the wrench in, you're not letting that drop out. But if you're going to use a Bogota, I would not recommend that, because you'll be picking that up off the floor every couple of seconds. And that's all I got for you this time. Thank you for watching. See ya.